Welcome back to my channel, guys. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I made what's on the plate. Here I have my smothered turkey wings, mac and cheese, green beans. I also have cornbread. Now the cornbread video will be separate. Now if you guys really want to see how I made all these, stay tuned. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what we ate for dinner. Now we're going to get right into seasoning our turkey wings. In here, I have my turkey wings. Some are cut and some has the tips on them as well. Here I have onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Here I have Cajun seasoning and smoked paprika. Let's get right into seasoning. So as always, my meat is washed. I washed it with some lime and vinegar and running water. I also patted it dry. I'm gonna mix the seasonings together. Going in with my salt and the pepper, onion powder and garlic powder, my Cajun seasoning. Now you can use whatever seasoning that you have. You don't have to use the exact thing that I have. However you usually season your meat, you can use that same seasoning blend. So my turkey wings are all seasoned. I am going to set it to a side, cover it up with some plastic wrap, and have it marinate for about an hour. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut my onion and green bell peppers. So it's done marinating, and I'm going to be putting it into the pan. I'm using a foil pan for this recipe. Let's clean up. Now I greased the pan with some olive oil already. I'm going to put a little bit of water, just about a tablespoon, and shake in here and add it to this. And now we're going to be adding our peppers and onion. Now I'm going to cover this up with foil and allow it to bake for an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Now halfway through cooking, I did go in with a cup and a half of chicken broth, and this is after an hour. You guys can see all its juices that it sprouted. And now we're going to make that thickened gravy. And for that, I'm going to be using some chicken broth, some all-purpose flour, and also a dash of Cajun seasoning. Now, before we start to make that gravy, I am taking some of those drippings from the pan and add to that chicken broth. I also removed the layer of fat that it had on the top before I did this. Now we're going in with our Cajun seasoning, followed by our flour. I'll be putting exact measurements into the description box. Now I'm just using a fork. I'm just going to beat everything together so there are no lumps. And now we're going to pour that gravy around the meat, not directly on it. And we're going to move the meat around so everywhere gets that gravy. This is going to be so good. And once I've poured all that gravy in, I'm going to give it a basting and back into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. So now we're moving on to the mac and cheese. In this pot, I have 5 cups of water. I'm gonna go in with some olive oil and some salt. And I'm using elbow pasta. The package says 6 to 8 minutes. So that's how long I'm gonna cook it for. And once it's cooked, I'm gonna drain it, place it in my strainer under cold running water and allow it to drain. So in this pot, I put in a tablespoon of butter. Next, I'm going in with some flour. My heat is on medium to low. Next, I'm going in with some evaporated milk and whole milk. Black pepper, pimento peppers, now we're not looking for this to come to a boil, we're just looking for it to come to a simmer. Now we're gonna start going in with our cheese. Also gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika and some Cajun seasoning. So the cheese is starting to melt. And it does not have to melt fully. See, it's already starting to string along. Okay, so my cheese has melted enough. My stove, I'm just gonna put it off now. We are going to grease our cast iron skillet, so we can go ahead with our mac and cheese. So I'm gonna start going in with my pasta. So into my cast iron skillet it's gonna go. Let me put it on the stove. So I buttered my cast iron skillet. I'm just gonna start going in with our macaroni. And like I said, I'm putting down about half. And we add in now we're gonna top it off with some more cheese. I also have some mozzarella cheese left. And then a little parsley. I have dried parsley that I'm just using just to garnish it a bit. And into the oven it goes. So this is the mac and cheese. It's all done. It's crispy along the edges, just like I wanted it. Now with our string beans, I have my onion and garlic in here. And next we're going to be adding our pieces of bacon. So I have 3 pieces of bacon strips that I have cut into smaller pieces. And I'm going to have it saute until golden brown. Next we're going in with our string beans that I have washed and cut into half. I'm going to have that saute for just about a minute. Then we're going to start to flavor it. I'm going in with black pepper, some salt, a little bit of sugar, some chicken broth. And last, I'm going in with my Cajun seasoning. Next, we're just going to stir that in, cover the pot, and allow it to go for 30 minutes. This is 30 minutes later, and it is all done. And everything is all done. You guys see how good this gravy looks? Now, I do not like my gravy to be extra thick for my smothered turkey wings. You can add more flour if you want yours to be thicker than this. But I find that it has the perfect consistency for me. Ooh. These wings are so juicy, guys. So juicy. Look at this. And just opening them. It smelled good. It tasted really good. Yep. Look at that meat. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do. And have a good day on purpose. Bye.